are live now. ये जो है कि इधर से एक सेकंड, इधर से जो है कि गड़बड़ हो जाता है तो गड़बड़ हो जाता है. Just give me a minute. A call was coming in, and that's where the disturbance comes in. Just a minute. Today, whenever there is a call or something comes in, it went wrong. Status live. Starting now. We are coming live via YouTube streaming and Facebook streaming, and also via Skype. Each one of you is welcomed. Self-respect, the way self-respect, the acceptance of yourself. We use in English language a word, lullaby. And we use lullaby to put the children to sleep, babies. The famous lullaby is rockabye baby, baby climb up the tree and fall down, and all these things. Does baby understand and what the baby was doing to climb up the tree and fall down from there? Have you understood the meaning of it? Lullaby, it comes from the word lull. To create a kind of a pattern, a kind of a rhythm in you, and with that rhythm you fall asleep. In lull, the words are not important. The child does not understand the rockabye baby. He doesn't know what is rockabye baby or the baby climb up the tree and fall down, the famous lullabies. But what he understands, the lull that goes on behind that, the rhythm, the flow that goes on. The child cannot understand the words. You are understanding the words, but the child does not understand. In the same way, Vedas, the scriptures, they are a spiritual lull. They create a kind of intoxication, the lull, and you are moved by it. When the man was, the intelligence was not developed in him. He was simply fascinated by the lull, the spiritual lull, the attraction that these words were creating, the rhythm, the flow that these words were creating. Then the intelligence grew. Upanishads came. The essence, intelligence has grown. Now whatever is the lull in the Upanishads, that lies beyond the intellect. When you transcend the boundaries of the intellect, then you understand the spiritual lull contained in those words. I am speaking to you, there is a word. The word is creating a lull, which you can call it in the language of the music, the lull that attracts you, the intonation, the selection of the words, the gap that it creates is a musical symphony. In Sufi terminology, we call this tawajjuh. The energy is flowing towards you. It is being absorbed into you. So when the mother sings for the child is not falling asleep. Mother sings a lullaby. It creates a lull. It creates a musical, the sound into the child. And the child gets relaxed. And then when you understand this, it becomes a process of transformation. Those who have transformed and did something, they only heard half a line or one line. Nanak, for instance, he was walking when he was 16 years or even before the first incident. It was a rainy night, dark rainy night, month of Sawan Bhado, the rainy season. He was in his room. The night was entering into the third quarter. Nanak was in his room. The raindrops were falling on the galvanized roof. Tap, tap, tap. One sound, one drop fall. Then there is a gap. If you listen to this, it is like a note of music. One breath comes in, one breath goes out. Tap, tap, tap. The night was entering into the last quarter. Nanak's mother Tripta got worried. She gave a gentle knock at the door. Son, go to sleep. The night is coming to an end. Same time, the raindrop, tap, tap. A bird constantly looks at the moon. Say pihu, pihu. Pihu means beloved, pia. Nanak drew the attention of his mother towards that sound. Ma, are you listening to this sound? This bird is calling to its beloved. When there is love, there is no question of day and night. It is a constant yearning how to unite with my beloved. And if the beloved is eternal, there is a beauty of its own. Nanak continued to sing. And then he was 16, 17 years of age. For his livelihood, he was working a part-time job. The part-time job, he was working at a grocer's place. Grocer's place is, it's not like these days everything comes pre-packaged. It was not so. There was a heap of the grains, maybe rice, maybe chickpeas, maybe wheat or whatsoever it is. And there is not a big sack that you can weigh it in one quantity, and the person is sitting on his haunches and trying to sell the produce to the customers whosoever comes. So what he does, if he has to weigh 20 kg, his scale cannot take all the quantity in one heap, one instance. So he does it in multiples. Like say maybe if the scale could hold the wheat grains 5 kg, so 20 kg means he have to weigh it 4 times. And now in order to remember how many times he had done it, sometimes when you are remembering the numbers, you may forget and you have to start all over again. So what he does, he keeps on singing 1, then when he finished 2, so it goes on 2. So Nanak was weighing like this. He reached to the number 13. 13 is considered to be most inauspicious number. 13. In Hindi it is Terah, T-E-R-A-H. And in Punjabi this word, Gurmukhi, this word is pronounced as Tera, T-E-R-A, Tera. Tera means there are 2 words, mine and yours. Tera means yours. The moment that word came in, Tera, Nanak got into an intoxication. Tera? Yours? I had been looking for this all my life, and now all of a sudden a situation comes and this word flashed in front of my eyes. And Tera. Yours. The eye dropped. You remained. And Nanak did not continue the number beyond 13. People ask, what are you doing this? You're continuing to say Tera, 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 Tera. Everything Tera. It happened one Sufi master, a person was visiting him. Same time the call for prayer sounded. He told the Sheikh, it's time for prayer. He said, okay, go. Prayer is very important. Namaz is important. But what happens to one whose heart is incandescent, invoked? What prayer will do to him? सर्व सजदा हुआ कभी तो जमी से आने लगी सदा, तेरा दिल तो है सनम आशना, क्या मिलेगा तुझे नमाज में. सर्व सजदा हुआ जब कभी, whenever I bow down in prayer, a sound verily entered my ears. Your heart is incandescent, is invoked. What shall you gain through the prayer? Prayer, the very purpose of the prayer is to get your heart invoked. Heart zakir hona, the heart is incandescent. When the heart is mirror-like, it is mirroring that which is, mirroring the reality. When it does, what the words are meaningful. Words are meaningless, words have no meaning then. सर्व सजदा हुआ कभी तो जमी से आने लगी सदा, तेरा दिल तो है सनम आशना, तुझे क्या मिलेगा नमाज में. Namaz is meaningless for you then. Nanak continued that way. So this was the lull that came in. Those who have known, they have known like this. Now when you look at the language, Sanskrit language does not have 2 letters. Fa and za. Fa is not pa. Fa. Sound fa. When the sound, the air comes out of your lips, fa and za. This again comes out through the lips, air moves out. These 2 letters, these 2 sounds are not there in Sanskrit language. There was no need in that language. No fa, no za. But Holy Quran is, half of the Quran is fa sound and half of the Holy Quran is z sound. It was necessary. Zikr, zakir, fakr, fukr. It represents the two aspects. Another time I'll take it. Coming back to self-respect and pride are natural to your individuality, and self-respect means, pride means you have accepted yourself. Normally we do not accept ourselves. I accept myself as I am because I am a gift from the unknown. It is simply natural to your individuality, and there is no difference between self-respect and pride. Both are the same thing. No difference between self-respect and pride. But there is a difference between ego and self-respect or pride. Both self-respect and pride can be used as synonyms. They are natural to your individuality. Self-respect represents your dignity. They are your acceptance of yourself. Ego is a comparison, and self-respect is non-comparative. It is totally acceptance of me as I am. In ego, you are always comparing. I am superior to others. I am better than you, or higher than you, or holier than you, or I am a saint and you are a sinner. Whatever be the reason, there is always comparison. You are comparing yourself as being superior and reducing the other to being inferior. This is the formation and essence of ego. Without this, ego cannot exist. The only way ego exists is by comparison. This is the formation and essence of the ego. But pride is non-comparative. It does not say anything about anybody else. It simply says, I am respectful of myself because I carry the same spark of divinity that God is. The same spot of creativity I carry within me. I love myself. I am proud just to be here in this beautiful existence that God has created. It does not say anything about anybody else. The moment you go into comparison, the ugly game starts. My respect towards myself is in no way hindrance for you to be respectful of yourself. You are respectful to you. I am respectful to me. And that is more than enough. There is no need that my being respectful means you have to be disrespectful to you. My respect towards myself is not in any way hindrance for you to be respectful to yourself. In fact, I would love you to be respectful towards yourself as well. I would love, and I teach you to be respectful towards yourself. Who is going to be respectful towards you but you? If you are not proud of yourself being a human being, the most evolved consciousness in the existence, then who is going to be proud of you? You want others to be proud of you, but I want you to be proud of yourself. There is a vast difference between the two. Be respectful, be loving to yourself. That is the criteria of transformation. And your being proud is really nothing but a gratefulness for all that existence has given to you. When you are proud of yourself, It is being grateful towards the existence that has given you all that is necessary. It is tremendous. Existence, all that has given to you, you are grateful towards that. Gave me so much of benedictions that I am respectful towards that. I am proud of that. We are not worthy of it. We did not deserve it. We have not earned it. We cannot claim it. It is just out of abundance of existence that it has showered us with everything. The moment it happens, tremendous gratefulness, gratitude comes into you. I was not worthy, and all that has been given to me, all that has been showered on me. We do not value what we have. We take it for granted. We come to recognize its value only when it is no more with us. What you have been given is much more than you deserve. You never deserve all this, but it has been given to you as a gift. Did you deserve the company? Did you deserve all that you have? But you are always lamenting, I don't have this, I don't have that. But have you ever thought what you have? And the moment you think what you have, you are filled with gratitude. And gratitude is the important criteria for transformation. I am reminded of a Naqshbandi Sufi story. It happened once a man who was poor, uneducated, unemployed, and he hated to beg, so he decided to commit suicide. Rather than begging, he thought it is better to commit suicide. He was going towards the river to jump from a high point and get drowned. But by coincidence, at the highest point from where he was thinking to jump, he found a Sufi mystic sitting there. And the Sufi mystic said, "So you have come finally." The man is startled. "So you have come finally. Here people come only to commit suicide. And I have chosen this place to meditate. Because very rarely do people come to commit suicide, so this is the silent place and I decided to stay here." The man said, "It is strange that I have not uttered a single word and you have said the right thing. Yes, I have come to commit suicide." The Sufi said, "You can commit suicide, but I have one offer for you." "One offer for me?" "Yes, one offer for you." "How much would you like to have for your both eyes?" "How much would you like to have for your both eyes?" "The king needs two beautiful eyes, and you have beautiful eyes. And the king knows that I am always at the suicide point." There is in the buildings, there is a muster point where in an event of emergency, everyone gather. They come out of the building. When there is earthquake or anything, they come out in that space. So this is a suicide point. That is what the place was known as. People come here when they are going to commit suicide. What are they going to do with those two eyes? Anyways, I am going to commit suicide. They can be given to the king. So whatsoever you want for your eyes, you just say, your offer will be accepted. The man is startled. The man thought for a moment, how much could he ask for it? I have heard a man made a portrait of a woman. The woman was very pleased. When he handed over the portrait of the woman to her, she asked, how much do I have to pay you? The man was in quandary, how much do I have to ask? So he thought maybe $100, $200, $300. So he said, whatever you want to give, you can give me. So the woman opened her handbag, took out a wallet and gave it to him. Take this wallet. The man said, wallet? What am I going to do with the wallet? What am I going to do with the wallet? So he said, no, madam, just give me $100. So woman opened the wallet. That has $100,000 that she was giving it to him. But he said, just give me $100. When the woman opened the wallet and took out a $100 bill and gave it to the man, he said, oh my God, I thought this wallet was empty, and what am I going to do with this feminine looking wallet, which is not even worth much? And I refused that wealth. $100,000 in that wallet that the lady was giving it to me, and I settled for $100. So the same way the man was thinking, how much should I ask? He could not think. Whatever he could think was only $500,000. He thought, $500,000 for both eyes, $1 million and $2 million. But nothing seemed to be the right price. Finally, he said $10 million. The mystic replied, that is accepted. You come with me. First we will take out your eyes, and then I will bring you back here to this suicide point from where you can commit suicide. The two started walking to get the eyes taken out. On the way, Sufi said, but I have a few other customers as well. The king wants 2 eyes. I have a few other customers too. How much would you like to take for your head without eyes? Is strange? The man replied, you are a strange fellow. Who would like to have my head without eyes? The Sufi replied, I have a customer who is a magician, and he needs a skull very desperately, and he is not interested in eyes. Anyways, he is going to take away all the skin, everything, and clean your skull completely for his purpose, for his magic show. The man exclaimed, oh my God, then how am I going to come back here? The Sufi said, don't worry, I will manage you to bring back here. The man said, I have never thought about it. How much will be appropriate? What do you think? The Sufi said, any offer and it will be accepted. So the man sold his skull for another $10 million. $10 million for his eyes and $10 million for his skull. On the way, the Sufi asked, how would you like to get for remainder of your body? Because what is the point? You are already dead. Your eyes are gone. Your eyes are gone. Your head too is gone. What is left? There is no point in keeping the body. And I have another customer, a scientist, and he dissects the bodies. Therefore, he is always in the need of bodies, fresh bodies, so that he can carry on his medical research. There was a man, the father of modern anatomy, Thomas Gray. He used to stay around the cremation ground. Whenever a body is cremated, he will watch it, and in the night when everybody is sleeping, he will dig up the body, do his dissection and study the body, and then before the dawn comes in, he will cremate it back. And that's how he studied 350 bodies and is known as the father of modern anatomy. His eyes have gone, the head has gone, but the body will still be warmed. It is just like a flower torn from the tree. While it is still alive, it will take 2 or 3 days to fade away. So this man said, but what about suicide? Suicide is suicide. So suicide is finished. The mystic said there is no need of any suicide. Everything is sold already. The man said, who will get all that money? Who will get all that money? The mystic replied, of course I will get it. Because you will be gone, who else can get it? You can think of it as my commission. If you want to take it with you, you can take it. But you will be gone, and then you will not need it at all. They reached the place. The man started thinking again. What is he going to do? He had never thought that his eyes have so much value. His skull has so much value, and his whole body has value. And this man is going to earn $30 million just for nothing, he said. The man said, I do not want to enter into this transaction business anymore. The Sufi inquired, what about suicide then? And you have come here for it? The man replied, now I do not want to commit suicide either. For the first time I have realized that I am such a rich man. Up to now I always cursed myself and I thought that I am a beggar. I was going to commit suicide because I was thinking that I have nothing. Now I realize what I have got. I have got beautiful eyes which are worth precious. I have a head which is precious, and the body too. The man said, just leave me alone. You are a dangerous fellow. I used to think that you are a religious saint, always meditating on this hilltop, the suicide point. You seem to be the most dangerous man. You were selling me piece by piece and finally collecting all the money for yourself. I cannot imagine how many people you have sold, but I can understand why you are sitting here pretending to be a meditator. That is where your business comes from. I will make the whole city know this and tell them not to go to this point, the suicide point, and make sure do not fall prey to this man. He is dangerous, very dangerous, the mystic replied. I was just trying to help you, nothing else. You were going to destroy your precious things by drowning in the river. I have been trying to wake you up. Existence has given you such precious things, and rather than being grateful, you are behaving in such an ugly way. Such an ugly way. In reality, there is no customer. This was all fiction. What will the king do with your eyes? Dead eyes. And the magician can get as many skulls as he needs from the graveyard. And every day people die in the hospitals. Fresh bodies are available for the scientists to do. What will he do with your body? So there is no customer at all. It was just to make you aware what you have so many precious things given to you by the nature, by the existence, and you never feel grateful towards it. You never felt, have you ever felt grateful? All the time you are complaining, God, you have not given me this, you have not given that. Have you ever thought of your gifts that you have been given? Self-respect is the respect without comparison. Pride is dignity, a feeling of dignity that existence wants you, that existence has created you, that existence needs you. You are welcomed in the existence. You are not an unwanted child or orphan. Moment to moment, existence is showering on you. Existence is giving you nourishment, life, light, and everything that you need. But ego is comparison. And because it is comparative, it is ugly, it is sick. The very idea that I am superior to you for any reason is inhuman. And being proud of oneself does not make anybody inferior. In fact, it shows the other also the way to be proud of himself. Just as I am grateful for the existence that it has given me so many precious things. It has given me the gift of awareness, gift of tremendous understanding, the contentment. There is nothing else that I do need. In fact, it shows the other also the way to be proud of him, to be respectful of him. I am against the ego, but neither against pride nor against self-respect. Those are the most important and precious human possessions, treasures. These are the qualities. You have been bestowed with that. Cherish it. Be grateful to it. Cherish it. Be grateful to it. Life will move in a totally different dimension. Totally different dimension. Only this much for this morning. Until tomorrow, take care.